Something feels different about Star Wars right now. For the first time in years, it actually feels like there's a plan. A successful show majority of fans love, and not random projects pulling in different directions. It feels like Star Wars is finally getting back on track, and I think Ahsoka Season 2 is the center of it all. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. I'm Talon. Today I want to talk about something I haven't truly felt in a long time as a Star Wars fan. Real excitement for the future. Because after years of uncertainty, cancellations, divided fan reactions, and Star Wars kind of losing its identity, things suddenly feel focused again. And I think a huge reason for that is Dave Filoni. It genuinely feels like Filoni is becoming the creative leader steering this era of Star Wars. And Ahsoka is clearly his crown jewel. For a while, Star Wars felt scattered. Projects were announced and disappeared, movies stalled, stories felt disconnected from each other. Kathleen Kennedy hate, and after the whole situation involving Gina Carano and everything that followed, it honestly felt like Lucasfilm hit a weird slowdown period and a new low point. But recently, you can feel momentum building again. Not just content for the sake of content, but actual long-term storytelling. That's why Ahsoka mattered so much, because it didn't feel isolated. It felt connected to something bigger. You had Grand Admiral Thrawn returning, the Night Sisters becoming important again, ancient Force lore, different galaxies, the New Republic struggling. It finally started feeling like Star Wars was building toward an event. We all heard the rumors of the Avengers Star Wars plan, right? And now, we know exactly what that event is. Dave Filoni is building toward his own version of Heir to the Empire. That is probably the smartest direction Star Wars could go right now. Because instead of rebooting everything or abandoning the past, Filoni is pulling together all these connected stories. The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and whatever comes next into one massive crossover movie, and honoring George Lucas in the process. Basically Star Wars version of an Avengers level event, and if they pull this off correctly, this could become the most important Star Wars movie since Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Season 2 of Ahsoka is where everything changes, because Season 1 was set up. I know the ending was whack, but I still have faith on the direction of this show. This is where Grand Admiral Thrawn truly becomes a galaxy-level threat. This is where the Force mythology probably gets even crazier. And this is where Filoni has a chance to fully bring back George Lucas-style storytelling into Star Wars with him at the helm. Big mythological ideas, ancient mysteries, destiny, balance, war, that's the stuff Star Wars thrives on. And Dave Filoni knows he is on a tight leash with the fans, so there's no doubt he won't bring his A game now. And then there's the biggest theory of all. What if Star Wars is secretly setting up the Yuuzhan Vong? Heir to the Empire needs to honor the books, right? Now obviously, they probably won't use the exact same version from Legends, but think about it. An outside threat, a danger from beyond the known galaxy, something bigger than the movie, something that forces everyone to unite. That would perfectly explain why Filoni is building this massive crossover storyline. And honestly, that kind of threat is exactly what Star Wars needs. Not another Empire vs. Rebels repeat. Something new, something dangerous, something that makes the galaxy feel massive again. A move like this would bring back more casual and hardcore fans alike. And that's the biggest thing here. For the first time in years, Star Wars feels hopeful again. It feels like creators actually understand what fans love about this universe, and you can tell by slowing down on shows this year. Quality over quantity. Not just lightsabers and cameos, but mythology, legacy, emotion, world building, long-form storytelling. And whether you loved every recent project or not, you can feel the direction changing. You can feel things connecting. You can feel Star Wars building towards something big. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Ahsoka Season 2. I'm excited for where Dave Filoni is taking the story and Star Wars in general. And I genuinely think the next few years could become one of the best eras Star Wars has had in a very long time. But let me know what you think. Do you think Star Wars is finally back on track? Are you excited for Filoni's Heir to the Empire movie? And do you think the Vong are actually coming? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more Star Wars content, and I'll see you on the next one.